Thank you.
You guys have files ready to go?
We got all the files besides 2, so we got 20 files, or 19 of them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get started right now. I just got to fill up the,
Take your time, yep. Yep, we're logging on right now. Good afternoon.
What, Junior? How are you?
I'm good, thank you for asking. How you doing? We have only house counsel, no outside attorneys, so we have a list of 21, appears to be a final. Bring them at your pleasure, sir. Thank you. Hey, Claudia, would you like a cheese snack or anything? I did bring it. Apple cider? Apple cider?
Yeah. No. That's okay.
Don't worry, we
No,
got it.
that's okay. What you?
Huh?
That's okay.
We don't have an attorney ready anyway. It takes 2 seconds. That's not it. Go ahead.
I saw that.
You been interviewed already?
Everybody now.
It's making it.
Just so you know, we're trying to find out who's being interviewed and who has it.
That's that. Take your time. Thank you for appreciate that. Madam Clerk still needs her apple cider in here. No.
CSC guy coming this morning. That's the CSC guy.
Oh, is this him?
Yeah.
The one that had their attorney?
Yeah.
You ain't forgetting that one, are you, Claudia? Would you like anything? Anything else? Am I good? I think they're checking on who you have interviewed so far. Officer, we have a list of who's been interviewed. Would you like us to tell you, or is whatever's easiest for you? What up? 10 total you've interviewed so far? Cool. Is this the pull down? I know. Don't come up here and thump this thing. Not Marvel, I don't think. What's that, officer?
I'm assuming the ones that have been interviewed already, okay?
Okay, and we have a list. We can let you know who's been interviewed if you would like, whatever's easiest. And as we get them interviewed, we can let you know, or you can just deal with it however is easiest for you. But we do have a list of who's.
Yeah, I think we got it, because I just found out who all was and who hasn't, so we're all on the same page now.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. But if it gets long and you want a cheese thing, or they're in the refrigerator in there. So okay. Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, state your full name.
Michael Shorter.
Good morning or afternoon, Mr. Shorty. You're here for case number 200-59648, People State of Michigan versus Michael Terrell Shorter, also known as Michael Terrell Shorter. Counsel. Thank you, sir. The court will waive formal reading and plea of not guilty, Mr. Shorter, and schedule a probable cause conference, sir, that you must attend Wednesday, September the 9th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles, which will be heard, Mr. Shorter, via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. Before you release, the officer will give you information on how to connect, but it's your responsibility to connect on time. Is that understood? Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to the button.
As Your Honor, Mr. Shorter, 22 years old, is a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit, has no prior criminal history whatsoever. As well as stable residence in the community with his mother, has gained employment, he works as a security guard at a CP supply company. What has the court consider a personal bond?
Thank you, Mr. Shorter. This is a serious felony allegation. It's non-assault if the court's unaware of any convictions or allegations of assault or capious history. The court takes into consideration your ties to the community, the information provided by counsel and alleged investigators report, as well as the current epidemic facing the nation. During this bond, Mr. Shorter, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapons. Understood?
Yes, sir.
For those reasons, and bond is $8,000 personal bond. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
God. State your full name.
Excuse me? One more time.
Timothy Fillmore, guy.
Good morning or afternoon, Mr. Guy. Mr. Guy, you're here for case number 200-59625, People State of Michigan versus Timothy Fillmore Guy. Counsel.
Your Honor, yes, Mr. Timothy Guy, we will reading the guy has been advised of his constitutional rights.
Court will waive formal reading and her plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court date in a moment as to bond.
Next, bond, Your Honor, I'd like to court to know that Mr. Guy is 26 years old. He's a lifetime resident in the city of Detroit. He has equal employment. He works at Cole Hall Bank. He has a stable residence in the community with his mother.
Where does he work? Cobo House?
He works at,
That's still open?
I'm
Cobo?
not sure if it's still open, but I know he's doing the banking services. I'm not sure if they're doing any catering or
Thank you.
anything. But as these charges, although extremely serious, do appear to be non-assaulted at this time, Your Honor, I would ask the court respectfully to consider some of the personal bond.
Thank you. These are very serious felony allegations, Mr. Guy, and the court takes into consideration the information provided by your attorney. You have ties to the community. You have multiple felony convictions, which is very concerning, sir. The court considers the allegations, which are very serious, but non-assaultive, the information alleged in the investigator's report, as well as your employment status as stated by counsel as it relates to the ability to post bond and the current epidemic facing our nation. Mr. Guy, during this bond, there's no use of alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substance. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
The court releases you on a personal bond. You have no issues following the court's orders. Is that correct? Mr. Guy, you're going to be released on a personal bond and you have a probable cause conference scheduled. You must attend Wednesday, September the 9th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles, which will be heard, Mr. Guy, via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that hearing before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Okay.
Given the information placed on the record, bond is, in the serious nature of these allegations, bond is set $11,000 personal bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good luck, Mr. Guy. You're being released on a personal bond. Follow the court's orders.
Step back, no.
Good afternoon. Your name? Stephen, excuse me?
Belafont.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. Mr. Belafont, you're here for case number 200596657, People's State of Michigan versus Stephen Therese Belafont. Are you a junior? Junior.
I'm a junior.
Thank you. Counsel.
Brad Morado, Mr. Stephen Belafont, lead formal readings to you. Mr. Belafont has been advised to come.
Thank you. The court will waive formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty. Mr. Belafont, the court is scheduling a probable cause conference, sir, that you must attend Wednesday, September the 9th at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King, which will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology, which you'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time, understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. As the bond.
Mr. Bond, Your Honor, Mr. Belafont, 20 years old, lifetime resident in the city of Detroit, and has no prior criminal history for conviction. Has been looking for at Amazon, he's also a high school graduate with a stable residence in the community with his mother. I would ask the court to consider setting a personal bond.
Good luck with your employment, Mr. Belafont Jr. I hope it works out for you, sir. This is a very serious allegation, criminal allegation, and the court considers the information provided by counsel, including lack of capious issue or criminal convictions, current epidemic facing the nation, as well as your employment status as it relates to the ability to post bond and the information alleged in the investigator's report. Mr. Belafont Jr., during this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
For those reasons, bond is set $7,500 personal bond. You're being released on a personal bond, sir. Good luck. Listen to the court. Hope it works out for you. $7,500 personal. You're welcome. No weapon.
Right on that line. Full name.
Good afternoon. Your name?
Good afternoon, sir. John Monte Hickman Jr.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
You're welcome. Sean Hickman, is that correct? I apologize.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And Mr. Hickman Jr. here for case number 200596658, People's State of Michigan versus Sean Monte Hickman. Counsel.
Brad Morado, Mr. Sean Hickman, Your Honor, the court will give you a brief moment to grab these interviews.
Absolutely. Take your. All right.
My apologies to the court, Your Honor. Ryan Moran on behalf of Mr. Sean Hickman, wait formal reading standing. Mr. Hickman has been advised of constitutional rights.
Thank you. The court will waive formal reading and our plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court date in a moment as to bond.
As a bond, Your Honor, Mr. Hickman is 21 years old. He's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He has gainful employment at the plant in Flint. He does. He did put us in contact with Mr. Brothers. Mr. Hickman, now is not the time to make a statement, sir. I would be respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond, and my apologies, Your Honor. Mr. Hickman, the only reason I'm telling you not to speak is because you're being recorded. What you say will likely be used against you at this time, so we're not going to be getting into any of that, sir. Your Honor, I respectfully ask the court to consider a personal bond, or maybe even some sort of GPS monitoring bond with no contact order with the complainant witness.
Thank you. Mr. Hickman, you're on probation or parole for the CSC 4th, correct?
That is correct.
Yes, sir.
That's very concerning, Mr. Hickman, given that information as well that you picked up these serious assaultive allegations while on some type of monetization for a conviction of a criminal sexual conduct 4th degree. The court considers the information provided by your attorney. You have ties to the community, your employment status as stays relates to ability to post bond, as well as the current epidemic facing the nation. Very concerning are the allegations set forth in the investigator's report, which allege, sir, you met with an female attempting, allegedly asking for sex, and when she refused, you allegedly tased the young woman in the neck and began to choke her to a point she lost consciousness. And there's allegations further that concern the court in the investigator's report. They're just allegations, but they're concerning allegations. And the court takes into consideration information provided by your counsel as well. You have 2 court dates, Mr. Hickman, that you must attend them both. A probable cause conference, August the 26th, which is Wednesday. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Tuesday, September the 1st. Both 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Both will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology, and you'll get information if you're able to make bond before you're released on how to connect for that hearing, both hearings, but that is your responsibility. During this bond, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Given the concerns the court has regarding the individual's safety as alleged in the investigator's report and the serious nature of these allegations and the fact you're on probation or parole as stated, if you're able to make bond, you're to be fit with the GPS tether. And absolutely no contact with Gabrielle Evans, which means no contact of any kind. No contact orally in writing through a third person at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And for those reasons, bond is set $12,000, 10%. Good luck, Mr. Hickman. You're welcome.
He said 76.
Good afternoon. Your name, please.
Dante Jackson.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. And you're here, sir, for case number 200596653, People's State of Michigan versus Dante Jackson. Counsel.
Ryan Moran on behalf of Mr. Dante Jackson, wait formal reading standing. Mr. Jackson is advised of constitutional rights.
Thank you. Court will waive formal reading and our plea of not guilty, Mr. Jackson, and schedule 2 court dates. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference, August 26th. You have a right to a preliminary examination September the 2nd, both on a Wednesday. Both at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. Both will be heard, Mr. Jackson, via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information if you're able to make bond on how to connect for those hearings, but that is your responsibility to connect on time. Not guilty's entered as to bond.
As bond, Your Honor, I understand the court does see assaulted comments before, and I would ask the court to keep in mind. I'm not prepared to talk about the allegations, however, I'm prepared to talk about Mr. Jackson's ties to the community. At 20 years old, Your Honor, is a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He has no prior criminal history for our conversation, but he does maintain that he's a high school graduate, and he's able to certify himself in 3 different trades. At the age of 20 years old, he does desire to be another for the community. I want to consider a reasonable law in this matter, or some sort of GPS monitoring on, something reasonable that Mr. Jackson would be able to post. He is also unemployed, and of ways that are to feed the kind of ability to total cost.
You said unemployed?
Correct.
Thank you. Mr. Jackson, these are very serious assaultive allegations. The court considers the information provided by your counsel, which includes lack of capious history. The court is unaware, as stated by counsel, of any criminal convictions or allegations of assault. You do have ties to the community, and the court considers your lack of employment status, as stated by counsel, as it relates to the ability to post bond. Also, the court considers current epidemic facing the nation, as well as the very serious assaultive allegations before the court, which include at least 2 life offenses allegations in the information in the alleged investigator's report. During this bond, Mr. Jackson, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with DeJuan Wesley and no contact with Xavier Peterson. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with either individual. Is that clear?
Yes, I don't even know who the people are.
Excuse me? Go ahead. What was that?
I said, yeah, I don't even know who the people are, so yeah.
Okay, well, that should be easier, Mr. Jackson. So the no contact means what it states of no contact. So if you don't know these individuals, then it should be easier for you to have no contact. Regardless, there's a no contact for either DeJuan Wesley and no contact for Xavier Peterson. So no contact of any kind. Don't go looking them out, or have a third person look them out. Don't go looking for them on social media, or be in any area where they're at. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. These are very serious assaultive allegations, and the court notes the serious nature of not only the charges but the information and the allegations alleged in the investigator's report, which include, based on your actions, a number of shots were fired and individuals were struck. For the reasons stated, the concerns the court has regarding those individuals' safety as well as the safety of the public, bond on this matter set in the amount $100,000 cash surety. Good luck, Mr. Jackson. Go. Good afternoon, your name?
Marco Woods, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Woods. Good afternoon, sir. You're here for case. Thank you.
Your Honor, can I go on my
Yeah,
information?
yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Mr. Woods, here before the court on case number 200599632, People State of Michigan versus Marco Monogenes Woods, counsel.
Brian Morocco, Mr. Marco, Woods, we will read, and you, Mr. Woods has been about the
Thank you. Court will waive formal reading and enter a plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court date in a moment as to bond.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Woods is 43 years old and a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. It does not appear that he has any assault history, Your Honor. I understand this is a first offense illness, but that's been passed in the community. He's not a college graduate, Your Honor. He has a bachelor's degree. He gained employment in Detroit, that's what it's said. There's a stable residence here in the community. He has two children, ages 17, 15, and 13. I would ask the court to consider something personal on this one. And, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Woods,
Yes, Your Honor.
these are very serious allegation, Mr. Woods. The court considers the information provided by your attorney, which is positive advocacy as always, as well as the prior criminal convictions. Mr. Woods, you were just convicted and sentenced on operating while intoxicated February 10th of this year in 36th District Court, and you're still on probation for that matter? Is that correct?
No, Your Honor, not on probation. I had a court date on the 5th of May, and me and my lawyer, we called on Zoom, and for some reason they never had me on docket. So I've been out clean for better half of 4 months, but I never had probation. No tether, no probation or anything like that. I was just waiting to appear in court.
Okay, well, I don't know if you've been have you been sentenced on it? Well, regardless, Mr. Woods, you have a conviction in February of this year in 36th District Court for a similar related offense of operating while intoxicated. This, the court considers the current epidemic facing the nation, your employment status as counsel stated as it relates to ability to post bond, as well as your ties to the community and the epidemic facing the nation. The allegations of the investigators report are extremely serious, sir. Not only are the court's concerned that roughly 6 months ago you had a second conviction for roughly the same allegation, but the allegation investigators report stated this incident you were allegedly operating a vehicle with a .25 blood alcohol content with 42 current suspensions on your driving record. You have no business, no reason driving a vehicle, period, with no driver's license.
Correct, Your Honor. I went to Secretary of State, and they wouldn't let me do it, but I understand, Your Honor.
Mr. Woods.
Okay, so
Yes.
At this time, all you have to do is listen to the judge.
and
Yes, sir.
All the directors listen to what you have to say. Don't not say anything back. You are being recorded, my friend.
thank you. And Mr. Woods, the reason I stress that is not only are you never to drink alcohol and operate a vehicle with the extent of the alcohol content that was allegedly in your body, which was over 300% of the alcohol content allowed by law. Also, as indicated, it's very concerning that you have 42 prior suspensions as well as a recent conviction in February of this year out of the Detroit 36th District Court for a similar related offense. I say all these things, Mr. Woods, because it's very important you listen to the court regarding bond, and during bond there's absolutely no driving, period. No driving of any vehicles. And there's absolutely no use of no alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substance. And you're going to be fit with an alcohol tether prior to being released, and you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Is that all clear, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Woods, any violation of any order, you're likely to get locked back up just for not listening, and that's not what we want. You have to listen to the court's orders, including making 2 court dates, sir. You have a probable cause conference scheduled August 26th, which is a Wednesday. You have a right to a preliminary examination the following Tuesday, September the 1st. They're both at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer. Both will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information from the officers at DDC at the detention center before you're released on how to connect for that Zoom hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And very also concerning is there's allegations that at this date and time and location you were allegedly unconscious with the vehicle still in drive with your alcohol allegedly, as stated, over a .25, and that concerns the court regarding the safety of the public. And for those reasons, bond on this matter is set in the amount $10,000, 10%. Good luck, Mr. Woods. Listen to the court. Go ahead.
Comment briefly, I think that's very reasonable bond on this case. However, I would ask the court, if you would ask the court to consider a personal bond with the alcohol tether.
There's already an alcohol tether on top of the 10,000, 10%.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that argument, though. Anything further? Good luck, Mr. Woods. Listen to the court, sir. I hope it works out well for you. You need to No alcohol, sir. You gotta stop drinking alcohol and driving. Good afternoon. Your name, please.
John Bass.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bass. Mr. Bass, you're here for case number 200-59655, People State of Michigan versus John Alexander Bass, also known as John Bass.
Brian Barada, John Bass, we formal reasons and meaning the two Bass has been advised of constitutional arrest.
Thank you, sir. Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Bass, the court scheduling a probable cause conference, sir. You must attend Wednesday, September the 9th. That's at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones, which will be heard via Zoom. Mr. Bass, that's an off-site streaming technology, which you'll get information on how to connect before you release, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you. Stand by. I have these in Mr. Bass's file. This is for some Terry. So this is the person that would be. Yeah, I was looking for the. Is it a female?
Yeah.
Okay, one second, sir. Terry. Maybe they're the wrong ones. No, these are Terry too. Oh,
Okay, I'll do it right now.
thank you. You need any of this? Yeah, whatever you need. Mr. Bass, these are very serious charges, sir, and the court takes into consideration. Do you have anything further, counsel, for that?
Your Honor, as to bond, Mr. Bass is that his lifelong resident here with no prior criminal history, high school graduate, stable residence of his grandmother. That's all.
Thank you for that information. Mr. Bass, these are serious allegations, sir. The court's releasing you on a personal bond, and you have a Zoom hearing on that date that indicated September the 9th. And the court considers your ties to the community, lack of criminal convictions or capious history, the current epidemic facing the nation, and information alleged in the report, as well as provided by your counsel. During this bond, Mr. Bass, there's absolutely no purchasing. You cannot purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. No weapons. Is that understood?
Yes.
Thank you. And absolutely no use of alcohol or any illegal controlled substance. Is that clear? Yes?
While driving or
Sir, that means no use of alcohol, period. You're not going to be able to drink at all. Sir, you're not going to be able to drink at all while the case is pending. And this time, if you have any questions, I'd ask you to reach out to our office and not on the record while you are being recorded.
Is that, Mr. Bass, is there an issue with that? Do you have a problem with not drinking at all?
No.
Okay. And Mr. Bass, the allegations is that you were in a vehicle with an open container, and that's the reason for that condition. These are just allegations, but until told otherwise, it's very important you listen to the court so you don't get locked up just for not listening. These are very serious allegations, and these are very serious conditions you must follow. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bass. And sir, for the reason stated, bond will be set $8,000 personal bond. You're being released, Mr. Bass. Don't get locked up just for violating the court orders. That does not make sense. So make sure and listen to the court and attend your court hearing on time. I hope it works out for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, buddy. Oh, you're good. Good afternoon. Your name, please. Excuse me? Thank you. Norris? Mr. Norris, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. There you go. Okay, Mr. Norris, you're here for case number 200-45422, People State of Michigan versus Jejuan Norris, also known as Jejuan Norris. Counsel.
Brian Morales, on behalf of Mr. Jejuan Norris, with full readings to you, Mr. Jejuan Norris has been advised of his constitutional rights.
For a waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty, Mr. Norris. The court is scheduling a probable cause conference, sir, that you must attend September the 9th, which is a Wednesday. That's 8 pre-trial. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I apologize, Mr. Norris. That's going to be a pre-trial hearing, sir. Same date, September the 9th, which is Wednesday. 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett. Mr. Norris, that hearing, that pre-trial will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information from the officers before you're released on how to connect for that hearing, but it's your responsibility to connect on time, September the 9th. Do you understand? Not guilty is entered as to bond.
As the bond, Your Honor, Mr. Norris, a 27-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit, maintains that he has no prior assaultive history whatsoever, is amply employed doing asbestos removal, he's also a high school graduate. One understands absolutely no contact with the complaining witness, he does maintain that he does not reside with the complaining witness, and he does go to one. Given his past community, his contact, but that's what this is a personal bond.
Okay, Mr. Norris, we have you and the alleged victim, Miss Daniels, living at the same address on Tyler.
I'm going to my mother's house.
But you guys lived at the same address.
Sir, Mr. Tyler?
You don't have to answer that. That's fine. The court takes into consideration. Go ahead, I apologize.
Thank you, my apologies, Your Honor.
No worries.
I was just going off my notes. but
Understood.
He does have an alternative record. Thank you.
Thank you, and the court takes that into consideration. This is a very serious allegation, Mr. Norris, and it's an assaultive allegation, and it concerns the court regarding safety of the public, and specifically safety of Miss Daniels, where you allegedly strangled the young lady after an argument. Mr. Norris, the court is scheduling that hearing on September 9th. You must attend via Zoom, and during this bond, sir, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Dania Daniels, sir, which means no contact of any kind, no contact orally, in writing, through a third person at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with Miss Daniels. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And prior to bond, given the information alleged in the report, you're to be fit with the GPS tether. The court considered your ties to the community, the current epidemic facing the nation, the information provided by counsel, as well as your employment status as states relates to the ability to post bond, and for those reasons, bond will be set $10,000 personal bond. Good luck, Mr. Norris.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please.
Anthony Dwayne Watkins.
Thank you, Mr. Watkins. Good afternoon, sir. You're here for case number 200596661. People State of Michigan versus State of Michigan versus Anthony Dwayne Watkins, counsel.
Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Anthony Watkins, Mr. Watkins has been advised of the constitutional right.
Court waive formal reading and her plea of not guilty. And schedule 2 court dates, Mr. Watkins. You must attend them both. Probable cause conference on Thursday, August 27th. You have a right to a preliminary examination following Tuesday, September the 1st. Both at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones, which both will be heard via Zoom. Mr. Watkins, that's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information if you're able to make bond on how to connect for that hearing, but that is your responsibility to connect on time. Not guilty is entered as to bond.
Testify, Your Honor, Mr. Watkins, lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit, maintains employed as a secretary. Your Honor, with respect to the allegations, I hope it is brief, but I find maintains that he's getting mail to that address, and sent calls to that address, and was actually residing there. Maintains that the allegations were that he complained to the police if his name is not on there, he can't be there. But from his perspective, that he did have a stable residence. Regardless of other kids, my client is able to find him a chance to have absolutely no contact with this man. What I still consider a reasonable bond contract.
Thank you. Mr. Watkins, do you reside on the Manning Street address?
Yes, I can reside on the Manning Street as there. I've been residing at 9311 Bond Street, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Thank you, Mr. Watkins. Mr. Watkins, these are very serious allegations, and they're just that at this point as allegations. And the court considers the information provided by your attorney, your ties to the community, lack of capious history, the current epidemic facing the nation, as well as your employment status as it relates to ability to post bond. The court's concerned with your prior felony conviction, which includes an assault with a dangerous weapon, and the court takes into consideration the information alleged in the investigator's report, which is concerning regarding the individual, the alleged victim's safety. During this bond, Mr. Watkins, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon, and do not go back to the area or premises of 9311 Bond, Detroit, Michigan. Understood?
Okay.
And absolutely no contact with Ladina Beck during this bond, and that means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with Miss Beck. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Given any information placed on the record and the concerns the court has, bond on this matter set in the amount. $20,000, 10%. Good luck, Mr. Watkins.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor. Your Honor.
Yep, go ahead. Yes, sir.
How much is, you say, how much?
That's $2,000, sir. $20,000, 10%. That's $2,000. I apologize. You need to speak up. You cut out. I couldn't hear you. What was that?
I said, if I can't come up with that kind of money, how does that work out?
Your detention now is being held by the officers. They'll place you from this point forward. If there's any questions regarding bond, you can speak with your counsel. That gets reviewed, Mr. Watkins, at every stage. So your next chance to review bond, well, it's reviewable at any time, so you can review it at any time. But the next time you'll see a judge, it appears, is August 27th, and your counsel can review bond at that point. But it can be reviewed at any point further past today's hearing. Does that answer your question? Yeah, good luck, Mr. Watkins. Yes, sir. You're welcome. Your name again? I don't know what's going on, but we're having trouble hearing you a little bit, sir. Is it Mr. Banks? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You're having a little difficulties. Mr. Banks, you're here for case number 2005966, People State of Michigan versus Malachi Tyrone Banks. Counsel.
Brian Murata, we have Mr. Malachi Banks, wait for reading to usual Banks entered by the county.
Court waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court date in a moment as to bond.
That's the bond, Your Honor. Mr. Banks is 36 years old. He's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. I think that he's not on probation or parole, Your Honor. He's actually a certified mechanic. He's completed some college. He doesn't understand absolutely no context of plain words of this matter. All of these allegations are assaulted. It doesn't think he will be charged with a misdemeanor, which is not to make light of, Your Honor, but it is likely that he did found.
But this is a felony allegation because of the second offense.
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor.
That's okay.
I do understand that these are assaulted allegations on the face. However, my client does understand that contact with the witness. I would be asking the court to consider a personal bond or some sort of GPS bond.
Thank you. Mr. Banks, the court is going to schedule a probable cause conference on September the 9th. That's 8:30 a.m. 36th District Court, Judge Archer. That will be heard via Zoom. You'll get information before you're released on how to connect for that hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect for the probable cause conference via Zoom, September 9th, 8:30 in front of Judge Archer. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Banks, the court considers your prior criminal conviction as well as the information alleged in the investigator's report and the very serious allegation, assaultive allegation before the court. and the information alleged in the investigator's report, which is concerning to the court regarding the safety of the alleged victim, Miss Arnold. During this bond, sir, you're absolutely not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Latrice Elizabeth Arnold. That means no contact of any kind, no contact orally, in writing, through a third person at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to be released on a personal bond. Prior to release, you're to be fit with a GPS tether. And absolutely no contact with Miss Arnold. That's understood, correct?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, Miss Banks, you're likely to get locked up for not listening. So listen to the court's orders. Given the concerns the court has, bond and the information placed on the record, bond will be set $14,000 personal bond. Good luck, Mr. Banks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Full name, sir. Tails McKill.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. What was his name? Your name one more time, sir? I apologize.
Tails McKill, sir.
There we go. Thank you, Mr. McKinley. Appreciate that, sir. You're here for case number 200454424. People State of Michigan versus Terrence McKinley, also known as Terrence Emil McKelvey, Terrence McKelvey, Terrence Emil McKelvey, Terrence V. McKelvey, and Terrence Emil McKelvey, counselor.
Your Honor, Mr. McKelvey, Mr. McKelvey has been advised.
Thank you. Sir, the court waive formal reading on her plea of not guilty. Mr. McKelvey, the court is scheduling a pretrial date, sir. Enter into not guilty, scheduling a pretrial. You must attend Wednesday, September the 9th. That's at 8:30 a.m. 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. Mr. McKelvey, that matter will be heard via Zoom. Zoom, that's an off-site streaming technology. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, not guilty is entered. That's the bond.
As a bond, Your Honor, Mr. McKelvey is 50 years old, a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. Maintains he has no prior assault history, assault with employment, actually with employment. I would be asking the court to consider setting a personal bond with no contact order in this matter.
Thank you. And employment?
A-Wing Plumbing, Your Honor, it's A-Wing Plumbing.
Thank you.
He also does have the G.
Appreciate that. This is a very serious allegation, sir, and the court considers the information provided by your counsel, as well as the allegation, which is serious but not assaulted, and the information alleged in the investigator's report. During this bond, sir, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and you are not to go to the area or premises of 12350 Wisconsin, Detroit, Michigan. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And absolutely no contact with Damari Valadares Reyes. And no contact, Mr. McKinley, means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with Damari Valdez Reyes. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Given the information placed on the record and provided by counsel and alleged investigators report complaint, taking into consideration the current epidemic facing the nation, bond will be set $8,500 personal bond. You're being released on a personal bond, sir. Listen to the court. No contact with Valerius Reyes. Do not go to the area of 12350 Wisconsin, and make sure to make your hearing date. Good luck, sir.
Understand. Thank you, sir.
Yep. What was that? 75 or 80? 85? 85, right? Good afternoon. Your name, please.
King Thomas.
Good afternoon, Mr. Thomas. One moment, sir. Mr. Thomas, you're here for case number 200454423, People State of Michigan versus Hakeem Jatno Thomas, counsel.
Attorney Barrett, we have Mr. Hakeem Thomas. Wait formal reading stand you, Mr. Thomas.
Court will waive formal reading under a plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court date in a moment as to bond.
Mr. Mr. Thomas is 21 years old. He's a lifetime resident here in the Ravenswood area. Maintains to be a sole prior history whatsoever, previous history, assault and history. Although he's not employed, Your Honor, he maintains that he's found for disability. I think the court should consider that as it goes to slight risk. He's in contact with the Michigan governmental agency to receive money. He understands he's not playing the state or for the community. I would ask the court to set a personal law in this matter, and that's for no contact order with the community.
Thank you. This is a very serious assaultive allegation, Mr. Thomas. The court is scheduling a pretrial date, sir. You must attend September the 9th, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett. Mr. Thomas, that hearing will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that Zoom hearing, but that is your responsibility to connect on time. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. And during this bond, Mr. Thomas, the court considers you have ties to the community. The information provided by counsel and alleged investigators report, the court considers the serious nature of this allegation, the current epidemic facing the nation, as well as the lack of criminal convictions or capious history. During this bond, sir, for those reasons, you're not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and do not go to the premises or area of 1730 Magnolia, Detroit, Michigan, specifically number B103. Do not go to that area or premises. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And absolutely no contact with Myalicia Dickerson during this bond, which means, Mr. Thomas, no contact of any kind, no contact orally, in writing, through a third person at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Is that understood? Excuse me?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you have any issue with following the court's orders? It appears you have another location to stay, and do you have any issue with no contact with Ms. Dickerson during this bond?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and you're going to be released on a personal bond in the amount of $10,000 personal bond, Mr. Thomas. The reason I state these conditions so clearly and ask you if you have any questions is because they're extremely important. If you violate these in any way, you're likely to get locked back up just for not listening to the court, and that does not make sense, does it?
Yes, Your Honor. No,
it doesn't. Okay, Mr. Thomas. Good luck, sir. I understood what you meant. Yeah, I understood. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good afternoon. Your name, please. I apologize. One more time for us.
Donnell Robinson.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Robinson. Good afternoon, sir. I'm well, thanks. How are you? Good. Okay. You're here for case number 200596662, People's State of Michigan versus John L. Lee Robinson, also known as John L. Robinson, counselor.
Ron Burnett, we have Mr. John L. Robinson. Wait formal reading and you, Mr. Robinson, has been advised.
Thank you, sir. Court will waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. Robinson, the court is scheduling a probable cause conference. You must attend Wednesday, September the 9th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King, which will be heard, Mr. Robinson, via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that hearing, but that is your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Mr. Bond, Your Honor, Mr. Robinson is 31 years old, a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. Maintains he has no prior criminal history whatsoever, as well as an associate's degree and gainful employment. Someone with a stable residence in the community with his fiancee. I would be asking the court to consider setting a personal bond.
Thank you. You said gainful employment. Where at? Do you know?
Snipes, Your Honor?
Snipes? What do you do at Snipes? What is Snipes?
I'm a store manager.
Okay, good luck with your Good luck, sir. I hope that works out for you. Mr. Robinson, these are very serious felony allegations, sir. And the court considers your employment status at Snipes as it relates to ability to post bond, current epidemic facing the nation, lack of criminal convictions or capious history the court's aware of, as well as the current epidemic and the information alleged in the investigative report and provided by counsel. During this bond, sir, you're not to use any alcohol, no marijuana, and no illegal controlled substance, and you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapons. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For those reasons, sir, you're going to be released on a $10,000 personal bond. You're being released. Listen to the court, Mr. Robinson, and follow the instructions. I hope it works out well for you. Good luck. You're welcome. One more mail. Good afternoon, your name?
Xavier McQueen.
Xavier McQueen. That, we have his name. Oh, here it is. It was in the female side. No, you're good. Good afternoon, Mr. McQueen.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, sir. You're here for case number 200596665, People State of Michigan versus Xavier D. McQueen, counsel.
Right, we're out of here. Mr. Xavier McQueen, wait for the reading, Mr. McQueen has been brought.
Thank you, sir. Court way formal reading under plea of not guilty. Mr. McQueen, the court scheduling a probable cause conference, sir, that you must attend Wednesday, September the 9th. That's at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court in front of Judge King, which will be heard, Mr. McQueen, via Zoom. Off-site streaming technology, which you'll get information before you're released on how to connect for that hearing. But that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand, Mr. McQueen?
Yes, can you please repeat the date and time for me?
Absolutely, and thank you for asking. It's Wednesday, September the 9th. And you'll get this information before you're released, but this is important information that you're responsible for. So your hearing is Wednesday, September the 9th. Second Wednesday, not guilty. That's the bond.
As the bond, Your Honor, Mr. McQueen is 18 years old. He's a lifelong resident of the community. Anything to be a no prior criminal history whatsoever. He's a high school graduate. Currently unemployed. I would be asking the court to consider setting a personal bond in this matter, although serious it is not assault.
Thank you. You're 18 years old, Mr. McQueen. What are you doing with your day, sir? Are you working? You're not working.
I'm not working. I'm really trying to work at FedEx.
Where at?
FedEx.
FedEx. You're trying to work there? What does that mean? Have you put in an application, or is that just what you want to do, or what?
I put in the application. I'm waiting to hear back.
Well, good luck, Mr. McQueen. I hope that works out well for you, sir. And the court's happy to hear that you're putting in applications, and I hope that pans out positively. Mr. McQueen, the court considers these is a very serious felony allegation, sir. The court's inclined to release you on a personal bond today, Mr. McQueen. During this bond, sir, you are not to use any alcohol, no marijuana, and no illegal controlled substance. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you. And you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Is that clear?
Yes.
Mr. McQueen, you have positive things going on in your life. You have no criminal history the court's aware of. You've never missed any court dates that the court's aware of. The court takes consideration you have ties to the community. There's an epidemic facing the nation, as well as the information provided by counsel and contained investigators report. For those reasons, bond will be set $8,000 personal bond. Mr. McQueen, you're going to be released on a personal bond, sir. I hope it all works out well for you. Continue to follow through with your employment. It's not an order of the court, but I wish you the best of luck, and I hope something works out for you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Good luck, Mr. McQueen. Good afternoon. Your name, please.
Mr. White.
Good afternoon, Mr. White.
No.
Mr. White, we seen you this morning, correct? Okay. This is a different matter, and you're here for case number 200-59664. People State of Michigan is Quentin E. White, also known as Quentin Elliott White, Quentin Elliott White, Quentin Elliott 1L White, Quentin Elliott White, and Quentin White. Counsel.
Driving around because of Mr. Quentin White, people will read it, and give me too much time to advise the
For a waive formal reading, enter plea of not guilty. Schedule a probable cause conference, Mr. White, on September the 9th. That's 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles, which will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect before you're released, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Is that understood? Not guilty is entered as the bond.
Mr. White's 58 years old. He made things and he does home improvement for his employment, also his HPV. Given his age and non-assaultive nature of these allegations, we'll be asking for personal bond.
Thank you. Please mark as file medical officers. Mr. White, this is a very serious felony allegation, and you have a lengthy prior felony criminal history, which is concerning to the court. Court takes consideration the information provided by your attorney, including ties to the community, as well as the serious nature of this allegation and information alleged in the investigator's report, as well as the current epidemic facing our nation. Mr. White, during this bond, you are not to use any alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal controlled substance, and you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon. Understand?
Yes.
Bond on this matter set in the amount $11,000 personal bond. Good luck, Mr. White.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, thank you. Is that all? We'll meet you on the female side, officers.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Meet you over in one moment. I'm sorry, I bet you will. We'll talk. What's that? We are, aren't we? We got more females than we normally have, but we're doing all right. All right. It's easy when you got the best staff carrying you like a river, like a boat, floating along with y'all carrying the heavy lifting. What's that?
Are you aware of camera 2 on the female side is working?
I'm not aware, no.
The Weston wasn't working. We have two down, we have 2 more to go that are ongoing right now. So it's going to give us about 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay. We have 5 all day, so you got all.
Oh, 5. So I have
Who you got? 6 all day we got.
Christian McFarland and Alexis White.
Okay, then we have 4 more after that. We have Venice Harden, Sierra Henderson, Khadijah Terry, and Jamie Satterfield. What, there's nothing that he can't go to another location?
Unless, if camera 2 works, maybe we'll give it.
I didn't know there was a camera 2 in the women, so I wouldn't know if it works or not. I've never used it before.
Okay, let me see what I can find out in the back, and I'll just come with a quick update.
Thank you, appreciate it. There you go, speaking up, Claudia.
She said she only wants to come in here on Wednesdays because.
Yay! Would you like apple cider or anything, or some or a snack or anything, anybody?
Oh, okay.
What about candy? I got that bowl of candy. Would you like some candy?
Oh, yes,
Candy. Love. You need. Look at Claudia. Claudia, look at her arm. It's like bent behind. Yeah, are you good? Love, you need coffee? That many bags in there. So take as much as you want. What do you say, Counsel?
He he wanted to see, he was finishing his third, so I just wanted to check real quick to see which names he wanted to bring in. I'm gonna ask him on the camera right now, I just want to make sure I have a proper list of names for him to have.
Okay. You want any, some sugar? Coffee?
No, thanks, Lord.
Did you smell those things that she has?
No, what? What do they smell like? I gave her those. I thought you had that one. So I got
Your Honor, I was advised earlier that number 5, J.D. Satterfield is not in the.
Okay. Thank you. They don't, do they? They smell terrible.
No, they smell strong. Like it's a weird.
How many times you smell them?
I just did it twice. Like, is that for real?
I know, I didn't like her. Look at Love, she keeps smelling. It's terrible.
I don't know
I
what
smell
it
it
is.
again.
I don't know what it smells like though, but it don't. I know it don't smell right. I wonder if they're giving like a marker or something. Like, yeah, something. It ain't smelling right. I know that.
Let's go right to the female side and this way. So you got 5 of them. Okay.
Your Honor, so another update.
What we got?
So Terry's in the hospital as well.
Okay.
So we are,
Down to 4?
yeah, and we're wrapping up the fourth as we speak.
Okay, so you're just gonna finish up the interviews on the one? All right, go ahead. Let me know when you're finished. Okay, all right, just let me know when you're finished. Thanks.
You heard the other guy, his name was Malachi.
Oh, you did.
Malachi. What is that? Yeah, what is it?
Duck. I felt like someone's gonna blow.
That sounds like a bad start, like, oh. That was Malachi, number 14?
Uh-huh.
Yes, Malachi.
What did I say?
Malachi or something,
Malachi?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't know, I'm scared.
Malachi.
You said it earlier, and he repeated it.
Khadijah.
What about Juwan? That me and him both. It's probably Juwan, but he said. I said yes. He said it.
I caught on to that too. I'm like,
It's Jawan?
that's Juwan.
No, no, because I think he said it like J Juwan.
Why did you say J1? That's what it look like, J1. It's J-A-Y-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like J1.
I was thinking.
Jawan.
Not J Juwan, probably.
I'm like, I had
Khadijah.
no name.
Khadijah.
Why you put your hands behind your back like
I
that?
thought
Like?
the sea guy, I thought I looked at that. I thought that was a female.
Oh yeah.
That part, I thought that was a female.
I would have guessed that too.
I thought I didn't check it, sorry.
Oh, that's probably go home, actually. She
No
took her
worries.
yesterday?
She said she was going
Oh, she goes, oh, okay, I thought she done with it.
I told her I got if we need her. So who's not going?
They said these two, but I'll check as soon as the. Yeah, they said Terry was in the hospital and this person is not at DDC.
Okay, Terry and James.
Satterfield, yeah. But I'll ask them as soon as we get the officer.
What? I know, cause
You got a big, you got a
You get excited for Small Claims Friday, Lou? Why was you answering?
I just wanna see somebody in that road, with their road.
Yeah, or laying in the bed like they do.
Well, they'll see it, huh?
Ooh, you say you laying in that bed, man.
Uh-huh.
Ryan, she
Did
was
you see
doing that for
that?
you.
Phyllis Page?
No. But Daphne posted something recently.
Oh, what's that? What's that? No, look at this. Look at this.
So coffee. Oh
She
my.
blacked her face out, but look, you can just see her boob.
That person appeared in court like that?
Yes. Look, Phyllis said no face, no name, but this is literally how she is on Zoom. Court this week.
What is that, a
She
robe?
said, I do not.
Is that a smoking jacket? That's like that one guy that had a smoking jacket.
She's really gone now.
And she look like she older. She don't look like she know.
It was like
You're gonna love that, love.
Her whole boob is bigger than Me, but.
Oh, y'all was looking for it, and the couple was in the bed.
She like the face off, yeah. Phyllis
In
was
Ford?
like, don't face no negative.
It was on camera.
I've heard some good ones. I heard one was on a toilet, using the bathroom. This girl was using the bathroom, stood up, flushed the toilet, and then walked out without washing her hands. The whole time was on Zoom with the judge. Never used the toilet while she was on Zoom.
What is wrong with people?
I see a good one.
It look like she's sitting up there like this on the legs open, and she ain't got no bra on. I know she ain't got no pants
She ain't got
on.
no- Yeah, but
Oh.
I mean, like I said, we know y'all at home, but
But come on now, this is for real.
This one guy had no shirt on, and there's like 5-year-olds behind him with no clothes on, dancing on the bed, and they're sitting on the bed. He was naked dancing.
Poor the baby.
But the guy had no shirt on either. The defendant had no shirt
Nah,
on.
he shouldn't have a shirt on, but I'm gonna get a baby a pass, 'cause he don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, especially if you're dancing.
Them grown people.
Hey, when babies see cameras, that's what they do. Gear down and dance.
yeah.
Doo-doo-doo.
What about the people was making out her? They was making out in the bed, her and her boyfriend, and they, we could see them. We see everything.
They was doing
You know, they was not in the bed. They was in the bed.
They was not
They was
having
in the
sex,
bed.
people.
I believe it.
it. Judge Ford part was not right.
What'd she say? What'd Judge Forrest say?
Judge Ford, she was on her way out. She's coming out, and I was telling her what she was doing. But I can learn.
She said you were out of line.
She talking about, oh my goodness, because you know, she
I knocked my coffee over. Good thing it has a
So I'm
top.
trying to run this stuff, take it off.
Hey,
You
look,
know,
they was having sex for real.
everything you saying, everything you doing. And Phyllis just happened to be the, Phyllis was the,
What did Phyllis say? Phyllis says some.
She like,
She says colorful
I
things.
know we could see y'all. I don't know. She said they didn't know that you could see everything that they be doing when they face.
They might not.
Oh my God, so I'm saying.
They was in the bed.
Oh wow.
Then they still.
So how did she
They
not,
don't
how did she
tell
not know
I
that?
don't know if she thought her audio and her camera was off or something. Maybe she thought she turned it away.
That's
We could hear
crazy.
the audio. We tell them we could hear everything y'all said. They talk about it. Then they talk. They say something stupid. Like, oh, that's stupid. We could hear everything y'all saying. They like, oh, my bad.
Well, at least mute your phone if you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna talk back. At least mute your phone, put your phone on mute.
Stupid and everything. Well, I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like,
They might not know. Like another judge was saying that there was a driving without a license, and the guy was driving down the road doing this right here, and she said, "Are you driving?" He's like, "Nope." And she goes, "You know, we can see you driving." He said he was doing this. And he goes, "Oh, my bad." Yeah. So.
They cracked me up though.
I'm kind of sexy, I'm still stuck on
I'm
that.
not, that's the worst one I ever saw. That's the worst one I ever saw. Her and her boyfriend was laying that bed. I thought I remember Philly down in the drug store. I was working in the drug store. That was like last week.
These people are real ignorant. I can't.
Well,
I just, when you see me get up and leave, that's when you know I gotta laugh.
You've had enough.
It's crazy. It's gonna be all kinds of shit. Like, oh.
That's funny.
They really acting like, they like, you still in front of a judge. Come on now, let's be decent here. And one man, she said, we gonna see how long he was cooking his food. She said, let's see how long we gonna cook this up. When he said cooking his food, he just going on, we like, sir. No, I have to hold up signs because they don't.
I told him something.
Yeah, I know they audio don't, they be look, they don't, I don't know what they be, and then they'll be looking at us, and I'll be like, the man in the white shirt, I'll say, because their iPhone, their names don't be on there.
Right.
And I have to tell them, hold up signs. That's all we have to do to make them turn their audio on.
Are you serious?
This other judge was calling the guy, and this other dude was holding the phone like for him. They're at work at a mechanic shop, and the judge was like, calling Mr. Smith, and the dude was like, "Hey, Mr. Smith, judge on the phone, Mr. Smith." And Mr. Smith was under the car, and he's like, "Judge, hurry up, he's under the car." And he just flipped the camera onto the guy in the car, and he was under the car wrenching. He's like, "Yeah, what you need? What you want?" Judge is like, "You're at court, you gotta come out from under the car." And he's like, "Judge, I want you out from under the car." Or something. Hold on a second. Like the dude's just like not even gonna stop wrenching under the car.
Are you serious?
He just had his mechanic buddy holding it, not even pointing at him, he was looking at him.
They gotta control, they be going crazy. And only So she'll be nice to you. They be so rude. And I say, that's just so rude. They crazy, they be saying they talk crazy, everything. And I be like, I cannot believe these people is like this. Now you know if you was standing in front of that judge, you wouldn't be doing that.
Some of them probably would. Some of them probably would, cause some of them,
They have me talking about it or something.
they know about it.
It be a mess.
They just think they can do and say whatever.
Mhm.
But I bet you, all the 10 trying to get their ass across 8 Mile, they don't do that.
He gonna say, I'm going out of
They
town.
think this is a
I can't
joke.
wait till I heard that I'm going out of
They do,
town.
they think this is a joke, but when they.
He said, what? Going out of town?
He couldn't come back to his court date, but he was going out of town. We said, sir, you gonna have it on your phone, Zoom goes all over. We're not, no, this is what we said. I was crazy.
Zoom goes all over.
You got your phone with you. He said, I'm going out of town, I need to reschedule it. Just say you don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like going to court.
You get some good questions. Like that guy said, no drinking. Like just when I'm driving. No drinking, anytime drinking. Or the one guy said no driving. He said, what about motorcycle? It's like, you don't have a motorcycle's license, but you don't even have a motorcycle's license. So what do you mean? No, like you don't have any license. You gotta have a license, and then you can drive anything you want to drive.
Did somebody ask you a bike before too?
Yeah. How about a bicycle? It's like, yeah, I guess you can drive it.
But well, you want to ride anything if you drunk, you're gonna fall off that too.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's entertaining if nothing else.
They be high. Someone probably drunk. There be something wrong with
I
them.
wanna go to another court and just see, are we the only ones that they have to fool with, like, sure?
They talking about this on YouTube, and I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
that's embarrassing. Are you out on YouTube acting like that?
They don't care.
Yeah, this is hilarious. It is. I think he's already doing this all the way to next year.
Mhm.
They find a vaccine or something.
Are you still off tomorrow, Claudia?
Yes,
Cool.
yeah.
Who gets in here tomorrow? For Mama, that day.
Who's day tomorrow? Tell me.
Malika, I think.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
Kim.
yeah, that's no.
Hey, Claudia.
Hi, Madonna.
Hey, are y'all done?
No, we're not done.
Did y'all do females already?
No, we're waiting for them to interview, them now.
Oh, okay, cause I got one. It looked like this time out she was arrested on the 17th. So I wanted to bring
What's the
that in
charge?
there if that's okay.
Just said, what's the charge, Madonna?
The charge is arson, 2nd-degree arson. Count 1 and count 2.
Okay, he said, hold on one second.
Okay.
And then he said Satterfield and, Terry, they may be in the hospital.
Oh.
But I'm waiting for Phil to, or Ryan to come back in.
Okay.
What time on the 17th?
What time on the 17th, Madonna?
7 p.m.
I don't know. So it should be, what's the name on it?
What's the name on it, Madonna?
Last name is Saine, S-A-I-N-E.
S-A-I-N-E,
Thank you.
First name Yakima.
Yakima.
Yeah, Y-A-K-I-M-A.
Eyebrows what?
I just asked him where he
Oh,
was.
I'm talking about Steve. Hold on,
Oh.
I'm waiting on Jeff. Eyebrows what? I'm reading my CF t-shirt. Eyebrows what? The one that you insert. I'm waiting, look out.
Okay.
So, honey, did you have
Do you know what time that was submitted?
What time was that submitted,
To
Lenore?
you?
He's asking. To you.
I just got it. Let's see when it came.
That's strange. I think I signed that one at lunchtime.
Kima, 218.
At 2:18?
You ready?
Yeah,
All right, yeah, they got it.
that's when it came through the email.
Okay. He's talking to that direction.
Oh,
He's gonna write it over.
Okay, it doesn't sound like it's timing out. Claudia, do you think we can even get it? We don't want to push anybody past time. We need to finish by 4:30, so it's what do you think? How many we have? 4?
This schedule runs to 5 o'clock. I want to 5:30, that's all I'm starting at 9 o'clock, but I mean, that's up to you. I'm just telling you.
I don't mind doing it, but I just don't. Can you interview? They got another individual. Can you interview another woman while we're doing this?
A woman?
Yeah.
No.
All right. We'll have them prep the file. We'll see what we get done, and if we can interview them, then we'll get it done.
What do we do it right now, and then wait, we will.
No, we're gonna get these going right now and get these done.
uh-huh,
You can bring it up, can you bring me the date?
Are we ready on this one?
okay,
All right, thanks.
all right.
All right, thanks. All right. Officer?
Yes.
Thank you. It's my understanding Terry and Satterfield are not at DDC, is that correct?
Correct.
Thank you, appreciate it. Good afternoon, your name, please.
Hello, Sierra Henderson.
Thank you, Miss Henderson. Good afternoon, ma'am. Miss Henderson, you're here for case number 2004540, People State of Michigan versus Sierra Henderson, counsel.
Ron Morado, we asked Sierra Henderson, what formal ratings can you give? Ms. Henderson has been involved in the company before.
For a way formal reading on her plea of not guilty, we'll get to the court date in a moment as to the bond.
Ms. Bond, Your Honor, Ms. Henderson is 26 years old, a lifetime resident of the state of Michigan, has a one-year-old child that she has employed custody with. She's gainfully employed for the last 3 years, working at Flagstar Bank. She's a high school grad at TMA, and she's also a graduate from the Michigan College of Beauty. Your Honor, she does understand that absolutely no contact with places. And it does have an alternative residence where she will be residing when this is not. I would be asking the court to consider setting a personal law.
Thank you, counsel. This is a very serious assaultive allegation, Ms. Henderson. The court is going to enter a plea of not guilty and schedule a pretrial date that you must attend September the 9th, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Garrett. Ms. Henderson, that hearing date will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information before you're released on how to connect for that Zoom hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes.
Thank you. The court considers the current epidemic facing the nation, the information provided by counsel, lack of criminal convictions, or capious history the court's aware of. These are very serious assaultive allegations, and the court considers the employment status as stated by counsel as relates to ability to post bond. During this bond, ma'am, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and do not go to the premises or area of 19286 Appleton, Detroit, Michigan. Understood?
Yes.
Thank you. And absolutely no contact with Michael Crowder. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. No contact. Understood?
Yes.
Thank you. Given the epidemic facing the nation, the serious allegations, as well as the information in investigators report, bond will be set $10,000 personal bond. Good luck. You're welcome. Good luck, Miss Henderson. Listen to the court, man. You too.
Sorry.
Denise Harden?
Good afternoon, Miss Harden.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. You're here for case number 2004541, People State of Michigan versus Venice Harden, also known as Venice Harden, Venice Cherie Harden. Counselor.
Brian Morale, on behalf of Ms. Denise Harden, with all the readings and use, Harden has been advised for constitutional rights.
Thank you. Ms. Harden, for a waive formal reading under plea of not guilty and schedule a pretrial date you must attend on Wednesday, September the 9th. That's at 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. Ms. Harden, that hearing will be heard via Zoom. That's an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information on how to connect for that Zoom hearing before you're released, but it's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Not guilty is entered as to the bond.
Ms. Harden is 28 years old, lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit, 6 children ranging from the ages of 9 months and 6 years old. She maintains that she's also pregnant, Your Honor, has no criminal history, not on probation or parole, and what else would consider a personal bond.
Thank you. This is a very serious allegation, Ms. Harden. It is non-assault that the court considers the lack of criminal history or CAPIS history, the current epidemic facing the nation, the information provided by your counsel, as well as the serious allegations set forth before the court. During this bond, Ms. Harden, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon, and absolutely do not go to the premises or area of 5580 Marcellus, Detroit, Michigan. Is that understood?
Yes, sir. My kids are next door at my aunt's house. I have to pick them up from over there.
She can bring them to you. Don't go to that premises or area.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. And you are not to have any contact with Lisa Timmons. That's the alleged complainant. No contact is no contact of any kind. Orally, in writing, through a third person at her place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with Miss Timmons. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And Ms. Harden, you're going to be released on a personal bond. It's very important you listen to these court orders, all of them, and follow them so you do not get locked up for not listening to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Who's this guy?
Your Honor, we have an extra add-on for the female side. I just got a Yakima Sane. I just wanted to let you know.
Thank you. Appreciate you not having to walk in here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, okay. Ms. Harden, bond for those reasons is set. $10,000 personal bond. You're going to be released on a personal bond, Ms. Harden. Good luck. Listen to the court's orders. I hope it works out for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I leave now? Oh.
Mr. McFarland?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Your name, please.
Good afternoon, my name is Christian McFarland.
Thank you. You're here for 200-59656, People State of Michigan versus Christian Shanika McFarland, counselor.
Driver, I would ask Ms. Christian McFarland, reasonable readings, and you, Ms. McFarland, has been entitled to constitutional rights.
Thank you. Court waive formal reading under plea of not guilty. We'll get to the court date in a moment as to the bond.
As the bond, Your Honor, Ms. McFarland is 32 years old, a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. Maintains that she has 3 children, ages 16, 12, and 5. Maintains that she's not on probation or parole. She's not has any criminal history, any criminal convictions. Maintains she doesn't have any holds either. She maintains that she's self-employed, doing fair to keep herself financially stable, Your Honor. She does live with her, I believe, with her boyfriend and children. I would be asking the court to consider setting a personal bond in this matter or some sort of GPS monitoring.
Thank you. Ms. McFarland, the court is entering a plea of not guilty and scheduling a probable cause conference. You must attend Wednesday, September the 9th, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles. That hearing will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. You'll get information before you're released on how to connect for that hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. During this bond, the court considers you have ties to the community, you have no criminal history the court's aware of, or capious history. The court considers the current epidemic facing the nation, the employment status as counsel states relates to ability to post bond, the allegations, which are serious assaultive allegations, as well as the information alleged in investigators' report. For those reasons, Ms. McFarland, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Anada D. Jemison. No contact means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. No form of contact, period, with Miss Jemison. Is that understood?
Yes, that's understood.
Thank you. And you're going to be released on a personal bond. But prior to being released, you're to be fit with the GPS tether, given the serious nature of the allegations set forth in the investigator's report. And absolutely no weapons, Miss McFarland.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Miss McFarland. It's very important you listen to the court's orders, ma'am, so you don't get locked back up just for not listening. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Can I please inform y'all of some things?
No, Mr. McFarland. At this time, the best thing that can happen is going to happen. You're not going to have to post any money to be released. Anything else you want to inform the court should be through your attorney at a later court date, okay?
Okay.
Okay, unless, do you have any, your counsel is absolutely correct. Do you have any questions about the court date or this proceeding in particular? Nothing about the case? I don't want to hear, no. Miss McFarland. Thank you, I appreciate that, and that's via Zoom, and thank you for the attention to the court date. A bond is set $11,000 personal bond. Ms. McFarland, you're being released on a personal bond. Listen to the court's orders. I hope it works out well for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. See you, Laura. Good afternoon. Your name, please.
Alexis Yvonne White.
Thank you, Ms. White. Good afternoon. Ms. White, you're here for case number 200-59663, People State of Michigan versus Alexis Yvonne White, counselor.
Ron Morales, we have Ms. Alexis White, please call the readings that you, White has to the
Court wait formal reading and her plea of not guilty, Ms. White. We'll get to the court date in a moment as to the bond.
As to the bond, Your Honor, Ms. White, 24 years old, a lifelong resident here in the city of Detroit. She has 3 daughters, ages 9, 8, and 4 years old. Unfortunately, both parents are on pacemakers. She spends her time taking care of them. She's not on probation or parole. She did a great job for the last 3 years, Your Honor, being a certified nurse assistant at Snyder Lodge in Southfield. Maintaining that she's currently enrolling in Dorsey right now. She's furthered her career as a nurse. What I need to say, a personal bond in the family, but most importantly, this boy doesn't have an alternative residence. She would be residing with her parents about pendency this case. I request that you consider a personal bond.
Thank you. Ms. White, these are very serious assaultive allegations, and it concerns the court regarding the safety of the alleged victim, Mr. Timothy Fletcher. Now, the court considers the information provided by your attorney. You have ties to the community. You have no criminal convictions or capious history the court's aware of. However, these are very serious assaultive allegations, and the court has the concerns regarding the information alleged in the investigator's report, which indicated you allegedly fired shots into the air, then proceeded to allegedly fire shots at an individual's vehicle as they were driving away, where allegedly multiple bullet holes were found in the vehicle that you allegedly shot at. Witness concerning the court regarding Mr. Fletcher's safety. So during this bond, Ms. White, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapon, and absolutely no contact with Timothy Fletcher. That means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at his place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact with Mr. Fletcher. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
You're going to be released on a personal bond, but prior to release, you're to be fit with a GPS tether. Any violations of these orders, Ms. White, you're likely to get locked back up just for not listening to the court. So it's very important you listen to the court. Absolutely no weapons, no contact period with Mr. Fletcher. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Given the current epidemic facing the nation, your ties to the community, lack of criminal convictions or capious history, and employment status stated by counsel as relates to ability to post bond will be set $14,000 personal bond. And your court date, Ms. White, is September the 9th. That's a Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Ms. White, that will be heard via Zoom, which is an off-site streaming technology. Before you're released, you'll get information on how to connect for that Zoom hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Good luck, Ms. White.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Officer, we have one more female that needs to be... the first name is Yakima, Y-A-K-I-M-A. Last name is Cyan, S-A-I-N-E.
Cyan, okay. Let me grab a second interview.
Thank you, appreciate it. Take time. What, did I do it again? Well, maybe. Maybe. I'm not conceding that one. Wait till he says it. Don't give him no hints over there. So what is it again, Claudia? Yakima? Yakima? Yakima. Mhm.
Right, they're gonna come on the interviewer real quick. Magistrate Gilbert,
Yes, sir.
are they gonna, is the, council gonna come on and interview her?
Are they not in there to interview her?
We gotta hang up on this one, I don't have, they got the other room camera tied up for medical stuff for the COVID.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm hanging up right now on this one. Thank you. And I'll tell them to go ahead and get on the camera.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you, Liz. What? Oh, man.
I think I'm having to put these files away. Huh? I still want to have that one more to put back. I'm still gonna have the one more. Okay. I still have the one lady. I still want to.
Thanks for all your help today.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Waiting on Yakima.
I said he was on the bar, everything.
At least we didn't have any more retained attorneys that wanted to give shouts out to Love. That would have took us the rest of the day. She not on there. Heads up, Claudia, on September 11th, Small Claims Day. Officer Kim's daughter that's her new wedding date. I was supposed to do the wedding and then got shut down because COVID and they rescheduled it.
Right.
So I'm supposed to do the
That's the new
ceremony.
date?
Yeah.
Oh, let me, oh, shoot.
So I'm taking off that day. How many we got? A lot.
Is this the date that, Magistrate White?
Yes, she already talked to you about it? She said don't schedule anything in the afternoon.
Oh, it's 2 at 12:30.
Okay, she said nothing past that. Okay.
Nothing is past that.
Okay. Huh. Okay, thanks. Yep, I will, thanks. Thank you.
I forgot she asked, she's 30, she asked me to look.
She's on it. Yep, she said, tell Claudia. First thing I said, I'll cover, tell Claudia not to schedule anything.
I remember, but we had did that scheduling
Right.
that, you know what I mean? So I didn't really can't remember. I knew we were trying to space them out, but
Right. No worries.
I didn't want that mess on the afternoon either.
Exactly. There he is, VIP. I thought your knees was hurting.
I was trying to black the screen out to see before you saw me because
I'm
I
just
was trying to see. I couldn't get on the camera.
I'm just messing with you, dude.
You got on
Funny. No, I was just giving you a hard time. You ready, sir?
Hey, John.
Yep.
You know who Smokey Robinson is?
Smoke Robinson?
Smokey Robinson.
Yes, of course.
Okay, he's never heard of Smokey Robinson, ever.
What?
Ever. He's never heard of it.
Rob, why are you acting like you heard of smoke?
Yeah, exactly, Love. Don't act like you heard of Smokey Robinson.
I didn't say that to no other you. I didn't say that to no other you. I just said you never heard of it.
You're about my age, too? Are you? 23?
How old are you right
45.
now? Okay.
Good afternoon. Your name, please? Let's go, Claudia.
Yakima Sane.
Yakima. Yakima?
Yakima Sane.
Yakima. Thank you. Good afternoon, Miss Sain. Here for 200-59666, people of the state of Michigan. Yakima Sain. Come. Thank you. The court will wait for more reading on her plea of not guilty, Miss Sain. The court is scheduling a probable cause conference. You must attend September the 9th, which is Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 36th District Court in front of Judge King. That hearing will be heard via Zoom, Miss Sain, which is an off-site streaming technology similar to what we're using this afternoon. You'll get information before you're released on how to connect for that hearing, but that's your responsibility to connect on time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Not guilty is entered. That's the bond.
Bond, Your Honor, Ms. Sane is 32 years old, lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit, with absolutely no prior. In her education has gone as far as a master's degree. She denies these allegations, Your Honor. She was moved out and she was arrested. She was only here and running and walking around her mom's business. She does live with the 18 and 12-year-old. I will be asking the clerk to take a personal bond in this matter.
Thank you. Ms. Sane, these are very serious allegations. The court considers the information provided by your attorney, which includes, but not limited to, the lack of capious history, lack of criminal convictions. It appears you have ties to the community. The court takes into consideration your employment status, as counsel said, as relates to ability to post bond, as well as the current epidemic facing the nation. And the court considers the information alleged in the investigator's report, which is concerning regarding the safety of the alleged victims. During this bond, Ms. Sane, you are not to purchase or possess a firearm or any dangerous weapons, and do not go back to the area or premises of 8324 Rosemont, Detroit, Michigan. Nowhere near that area or premises, understood?
Yes.
Thank you. And you are to have absolutely no contact with Teresa Copeland, no contact with Caleb Copeland, no contact with Bezaleel Avery, and no contact with Sakina Copeland. No contact, Ms. Sane, means no contact of any kind. No contact orally, in writing, through a third person, at their place of residency, employment, or through any forms of social media. Absolutely no contact. Understood?
Yes.
Thank you. And you're going to be released on a personal bond, but given the information alleged in the investigator's report and the serious nature of these allegations, you are to be fit with a GPS tether prior to release. And for the reasons placed on the record, the current epidemic facing the nation, the serious nature of these allegations, bond will be set $20,000 personal bond. You're going to be released on a personal bond, Ms. Sane. Make sure and listen to the court. You don't have to post any money. You're going to be released. But listen to the court so you don't get locked back up for not listening. Does that make sense?
Yes, you said I have to wear a GPS?
Yes, tether before you're released, yes.
Ma'am, at this time, I would ask you not to speak on these conditions of your laws, as they are subject to review.
And Ms. Sane, why you roll your eyes at that condition, ma'am? Do you have a problem with?
I was shaking my head because I have never been through any of this. All of this is a false charge. I was never there.
Ms. Sane, I trust me, these are only allegations at this stage. But right now, you did get a very good bond, you're gonna be released.
Ma'am, these are allegations where you allegedly, on 2 different dates, set fire allegedly to a person's property. And the court takes into consideration likely a conviction. It's alleged that one of the victims looked out the window, seen you, spoke to you, and asked you, quote, "What are you doing?" You looked at the alleged victim, and then the victim ran to get family members to tell them about the alleged fire that you appeared to have started. That's the alleged second incident, not including the first incident, which the court has concerns about as well. And so there is a likelihood of conviction. These are serious felony allegations, each carrying 20 years maximum apiece. And so the reason for the GPS tether is stated on the record, the concerns the court has regarding the individual safety. Do you have any other questions or concerns, Ms. Singh?
No.
Good luck, ma'am. I hope it works out. Yeah. Officer, do we have any males or females at 48 hours that can't wait till tomorrow?
I think we're all right, Your Honor.
Thank you. I appreciate how you guys helped us out today, as always. We went smoothly. I hope you have a nice evening. Thank you.
Thanks, you guys do the same.
Thank you.